Hi KMS, Mrs. Hines here. So today, Blue Team, it's Thursday, January 28th. Tomorrow is our last day together. So today is the last grade that I need from you. So what I need you to do today, folks, is please update your robotics portfolio so it's up to date. And by that, I mean on your tech page, you have a robotics page created. It has a cover photo that has to do about robotics. You give folks a link to the VEX site that we've been using. Feel free to copy my text. Um, it might be helpful to include a description of what a programming language is. We're using block coding by using this VEX software. You can also program robots in different codes, so perhaps in the future you use something like Python, but basically all the structure will be the same. On Monday, we did the castle crasher, so you should have programmed your robot to move. Using only the blue blocks, you can make your robot go forward, backwards, or turn a certain amount of degrees. So we used the castle crasher map and we plowed into the center blocks, and we also turned up the velocity, meaning your robot drove faster. So with these four simple blocks, we drove your robot as fast as it could straight. We turned and drove some more. Um, so hopefully when at the end, we want to see how many castles you could knock over. And then please take a screenshot to see how many you got. On Tuesday, we showed how the robot can be very precise. You can move in exact degrees and exact distances. So we had the robot use a pen. That's why you'll see this purple block here. We put the pen down to show where the robot drove, and we efficiently wrote the code, meaning that we drove straight and turned, and we used a repeat loop. We did that 4 times, and it was able to it was able to draw the shape of a square because that's how many sides a square has, is 4. Some of you did some extension onto that on Tuesday, and you may have drawn in a polygon. A multi-sided shape is a polygon. So again, we had the robot drive out into the center so our polygon could fit on the page. This section of code right here that makes your robot drive straight and turn, this number in the loop is how many sides of your polygon. Because a polygon has a precise degrees, that's determined because there's 360 degrees in a circle. So you take how many sides divided by that, or divide 360 by that, and that's how you calculate degrees. So for instance, for a 5-sided polygon, we repeated this loop 5 times. We drove forward at 72 degrees. Finally, on Wednesday, we basically touch the surface of sensors. Your robot can react to its environment, meaning that you can write code that could perform differently based on what's happening around the robot. The first task was just to use the wall maze and see if you can make your robot drive until the bumper is touched. The reason we start off talking about the touch sensor is a digital sensor like that. It's either not being touched or it is being touched. So it's either 0 or 1. One way to use that is using a wait for command. So you can wait for this button to be touched, wait for it to be released to do something else. But what was really fun yesterday, folks, I thought, was doing your mazes. So this looks similar to the Scratch code. That's why we did Scratch first. But basically, this if-else structure lets your robot make a decision. If there is space in front of the robot, it'll drive straight, and then it will look to the right. If there's still space in front of it, it'll drive some more. However, if there's not enough space in front of it, it'll turn the opposite way. This simple code will work in any 3D maze, meaning that as long as the sensor can see something in front of it, this code would work. All right, guys, just to show you a few other examples of sensors. When we're back in school, you will take apart a computer mouse. You'll be able to see the touch sensors, so like for your right and left clicks, but also an analog sensor, meaning something that has a range of values, something like the wheel of your mouse. So that's pretty interesting. Please visit my site so you can see real life examples of robotics. And then when we get back into school and you guys are on my team, we're going to be having to make prototypes. Prototypes are something that basically you create a working model to see if your concept will really work in real life. So last year when we were using robotics, we had to shoot these balls into certain targets. So yeah, they had to pick up the things before they threw them. So these are all different examples of us testing our stuff. So let's see if this works. Okay, so you can see the ball shoot really fast and really far. So please check out all of these different examples of our testing facility. It's pretty cool to see mechanisms work, to see motors spin, and to see what you can actually get to have happen. So it's pretty awesome. I love robotics competitions. You can check through some of my favorite photos here. And then last but not least, guys, please make sure that you realize your portfolio is how you're graded. So today, the last thing that you have to do is tell me that you're done. Then I'll know that you're ready for a grade. These are going to be turned in for real tomorrow. So it gives you some time to work through it today, work through it on Friday for your final touches. Your name, what group you're in, did you make a portfolio? Yes, you passed the class. On your homepage, okay, go through these things. See, do you have a mission statement? Do you have those Google Sheets that we made? Do you have a cover photo? Is it school appropriate? Just double check those things. On your coding page, we use Scratch. You might want to include a link. Do you have a greeting card example? We did the birthday card. We did the turkey card. Those are all found on my site. If you have your interactive game code, that would be super cool to show off. I can help you find these things if you need to, or you can visit my site for examples. We did Google Maps, so you learned how to save locations. This could be helpful in making lists. Basically, you made virtual tours. So did you make a local tour? Did you make a vacation bucket list? Did you make a worldwide tour? What did you make in this? So we did different themes here. We touched on CAD, computer aided drawing, with Floor Planner and Tinkercad. Do you have these things where we designed your room in Floor Planner? Or perhaps you were into 3D printing and you want to check that out. Your how-to page. I included the link where everyone's examples were linked, so you can always include that. Do you have photos on your page? Does your description make sense? Your remote learning page. Okay, again, you can look at mine for the formatting and exact details, but do you have a definition of remote learning? Do you give people tips on how to not only take care of their Chromebook, but just set up their area in general? And then finally, this week we did robotics and automation. So hopefully you have some screenshots of code that made your robot move, made your robot draw, or made your robot problem solve with using sensors. Those are my goals for you folks. So if you want to check out my page, not only the robotics and automation page, which we did this week, but you can look at any of the other pages, and I try to give you everything in one location. So if you weren't here and you want to check it out, by all means, we've already been graded. So again, folks, if you want to go on to Google Classroom, you just pop over there really quick. I'll just open up a brand new one. Again, going to your waffle, you can go to Classroom. And I just want to be super clear that like I'm here to help you. I can get you caught up super quickly. If anything took you a little bit longer, no worries. So this is our Google Classroom. Again, we just use the stream to like post the Meet link. All the good information is on the classwork tab. So if you're not sure about what you were graded on, basically we had one grade a week this whole time. So setting up your portfolio, your coding page, maps page, CAD page, Google Sheets, how to, and remote learning. We'll have your robotics one today, and then your final grade comes tomorrow. So today, folks, just worry about publishing your portfolio. If this helps you keep on track, awesome. That's what it's meant to. Don't let this stress you out. Definitely take a look at my page for any questions, comments, concerns. Please email me. please join the Google Meet tomorrow. I want to help you. I want to get you excited about these topics. So then when we're back in school, we can actually be building the things that you designed, whether it be 3D prints or laser cuts or what have you. All right, guys, happy Thursday. Thanks for publishing that part of your portfolio. So remember, in your portfolio, hit that blue publish button twice, just in case there's any other changes to it. Otherwise, I'll catch you later. Thanks, folks.